Blessed love to each and everyone in and around the capital, anyone there around the world right now. No, don't know, say on the lockdown to the Singer Man and just slowly live feed. And I'm on the balcony of GN Radio. You don't know for tonight interview where the spotlight will be shining ever so bright on the one we know as Anthony Henry, Aka to the world, TIPPA IRIE. So make sure as every week me always say to you, say, boy, run go get in the juice, run go get in the crips, anything will make you feel comfortable and then sit down and relax on yourself and get ready for the show we call the Shining Star Show, hosted by the one and only Allison Mason. So for those of you who may just have locked on and joined my live feed, you're locked on to the show that we call the Shining Star Show, hosted by the one and only Allison Mason, right here on GN Radio. And tonight, the spotlight will be shining ever so bright on UK-based artist Anthony Henry, Aka, TIPPA IRIE to the world. So I just saw we had the thing, you know. I may have a older brother there, come here. One brother in the studio, you know, I want to see if you don't know him, you know. Live and direct UK-based artists.
We're live and direct, me and Andrew, the big singer man.
Live and direct on GN Radio. Astonished,
yes,
bless up yourself.
We're here for Allison and my good friend Mr. TIPPA IRIE. So enjoy the show, don't move a muscle, get your bits and pieces and stay locked.
I hope you hear what Papa Crook saying now. Run go get wherever make you feel comfortable in the water and the juice, everything. Popcorn, wherever it is where make you feel good on a Saturday evening and relax. Do remember we cannot stress it enough. Please use one on the finger, any finger, and press the share button. I make people know about the Shining Star Show, which goes out every Saturday from the hours of 9 up until 10, where the spotlight shines bright, Father God permits it to be, on a UK-based artist. And we want as much people to know and identify the UK-based artists them. So please do, just use one finger, any finger, and just press the share button. You see it? So we're coming closer and closer and closer, you know. And TIPPA is already in the hot seat, waiting to come to you, the public, who has supported him over the years, many years. You don't know, and him still a fly the flag for the UK and do him things. So when I hear it from the man himself still, you know. I just there for blow the alarm, for blow the trumpet as usual, and make on the know, so boy, the Shining Star Show. Every Saturday from the hours of 9 up until 10, hosted by the one and only Allison Mason, Maria Taylor, bless up yourself, Beverly Jeffers, bless up yourself, you don't know. Everybody way, may I say I lock on, I go and shout out, and bless up each and every one, anyone that around the world right now, in and around the capital. You're locked on to the live feed of the singer man himself, where tonight, the show that we call the Shining Star Show, hosted by the one and only Allison Mason. And tonight, live and direct in the place, Anthony Henry, known to the world as TIPPA IRIE. I said, don't go nowhere, man. Don't go nowhere. Because I'm come to tell you about living the dream. Maria Taylor, yes, hope everybody had a blessed day. It's been a little bit cooler still, you know. The breeze a blow. One time it nearly blow me down when me down London Bridge still, you know, but I just saw the thing go. So we are get ready. Let me see if I can go now prep in the studio through the window. Make we peep through the window. We are peep through the window. You see Allison I get ready. I see TIPPA in the seat there, so I get ready. I see Papa Crooks in the back there. I get ready to. You don't see it. So I give you a little preps. We are going in the studio before we enter and go in. So I would just like to say much love to each and every one of you who without fail every week gonna come and lock on to the live feed for taking the show. And I'm so thankful for all you who do hear me little cry when I make out and say, boy, just use one finger, any finger, and press that share button. Enough respect and love for those of you who hear that little cry and not do that, you know, because we can't stress it, you know. A whole heap of artists do them thing from long time, and just exposure for change the thing, you know. You see, the more we can expose the artists them, the more them can grow and shine and blossom, you know, see. That everybody for know. So you the public, you the people, Marine Candace, bless up yourself, beautiful. Freda Murphy, bless up yourself. Kaya Creole, bless up yourself. I'm going to the studio now. Jackie Burnett Pitt, bless up yourself. The whole honor, bless up on yourself tonight. As the spotlight will be shining bright, ever so bright, and the one we know as Anthony Henry to the world, Aka TIPPA IRIE.
You are listening to GN Radio UK
on Sky Channel 0185, DAB, and online at mygnradiouk.com.
Live from London on Sky 0185, DAB, and online.
Now step up, Mr. Olivites.
Mash up by the way last night. I feel bad now, you know, because I was gonna smoke. Yeah, bless me there, beat down in Gale, Daddy Tip, number 1 1989. Bless.
Alright. Fix it up.
Chicken stuff, you know when you go to she have it. Ragamuffin, say rice and peas and the chicken stuff, you know when you go to she have it. Ragamuffin, not from the way that she talk, she a ragamuffin, not from the way that she talk, she a ragamuffin, and from the things that she do, she a ragamuffin, and like my lover, the chuka, she a ragamuffin. Chicken stuff, she's got something. Little ragamuffin. Yeah. Said to her, you're looking sweet. She looked at me and she stared me. Love so she went and she left on street to the trouble box and whatever happy. I asked her what she like. I like baby. Asked her if she could she ragamuffin. She asked me about the business.
May I tell you now, it's a musical right tonight. Just keep it up to the live media. Rice and peas and chicken stuffing.
Ragamuffin, rice and peas and chicken stuffing. No any girl when we she have it. Ragamuffin, cause when she wine and go down, she a ragamuffin. And when she wine and come up, she a ragamuffin. And when the girl do the talk, she a ragamuffin. And when she wine and stop, she a ragamuffin. Go and the chicken stuffing. Ragamuffin, girl got something. My little ragamuffin. Ragamuffin. And the chicken stuffing. She's got something. My little ragamuffin. Girl from the east and west. Big up on the chest.
So we are going juggling tonight and the spotlight shines bright. And the one we know as Anthony Henry to the world. TIPPA IRIE. May I tell you now, just keep it locked to the live media. And do remember to share.
Share the link.
Bless up yourself, Golden Smile. Burner Morgan, bless up yourself, Neville King. Bless up yourself, Dan Dada.
You know this is true. No matter what I do, there's no pleasing you. Cause you're
Chantel Ellis, my daughter, bless up yourself.
how we look, I'm thinking of the night that we
Sandra Effa.
forever woman. No need to be vexed with me. Needs a rebel woman. How we look and take the disturbance. Needs a rebel woman. But I love you. And I love you. You got the bad day and
Big up Lady Brown.
down.
Big Big up Lloyd Brown, man.
I give you your time, I give you your space, but even then you are still on my case. I took you on vacation and your in-laws.
Classic number 1, 1994.
You know this is true. No matter what I do, there's no pleasing you, cause you're a miserable woman. How will we look like thinking of the night after miserable woman? You need to be vexed with me, miserable woman. How will we look and say today's disturbancy, miserable woman? But I love you, still I love you. Stress, woman, yes, I give me stress. How will we look and say distress? Woman, yes, I give me stress. And you figure your face a raise stress.
When you hear what them say, stress. The woman them a give us stress. You don't see it?
Woman, yes, I give me stress. It's like this. It's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yeah, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. The north, south, east, and west. In London and Birmingham, man, I have to confess. The atmosphere for Irie, who the Lord God bless. Enough money, need them want to invest.
Old school Saxon sound, you know. Memories.
It's sweet and costless. It's sweeter than a sparrow who was singing in the nest. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Well, look, I ain't please, tell me please, yes. You mention a pirate and I will answer yes. A pirate is a person who is a blasted test. From an action man, lyric and it don't care less. And it's pure punk, the boy want to impress. And then the kind of girl them is a total mess. In a beauty contest, you know them with the outlets. Pure bump on them face and them fat and formless. The look on them face put a man under stress. But now TIPPA IRIE have something to suggest. Now blues pirate, don't give them no request. Cause me mama would have said, what a boy them what less. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling
Facebook Live, Papa Crook there.
it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Well, I'm gonna tell the people and I'm gonna tell the press. A pirate is a person, I'm gonna make no progress. How we them chopper minded, why them so helpless? And down in West London, I try to put us to the test. But I won't say no more, I know my case is rest. A pirate is a person,
Share the link, share the link, people, share the link.
The boy wrong.
I hear that.
The muscle with the cool like them off the chest. And when you check them out, you know them pocket penniless. Them might have a couple pound young and not west. But them tongue of fi clean, them one string test. Them know you no good food, a pure drink them digest. With that TIPPA IRIE, no empty chest. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best. Yes, it's good to have the feeling you're the best.
Yes, it's good to have the feeling. TIPPA IRIE is in the studio, and what a great feeling we're having right about now. Greetings, TIPPA IRIE.
Greetings.
Welcome to the Shining Star Show on GN Radio.
Greetings, Allison, man. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure. Pleasure. The
Serious.
pleasure is mine.
Serious.
And it's nice to be here, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's a busy time of the year, you know
Yes,
what I mean?
Tippa.
So keeping busy.
Yes.
And, you know, this is another part of keeping busy.
Oh.
We still have to, you know, put in the work to try and,
Yes.
you know what I mean, show people that we're still out there, still working. And, you know, so any chance you get the opportunity to promote your work,
Yes.
you have to come forward. So I really
Definitely.
thank you for the invite.
Oh, you're most welcome. Of course, you came in briefly for the Tony Williams
Yeah,
Memorial.
I mentioned him. I had a show at the Hideaway last night
Yes.
in Streatham. And,
Yes.
you know, I have to thank those people that came out because it was sold out. You know,
Wonderful.
so I have to give thanks and praises that people still want to come and see me.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I mentioned him. You know, even last night, I can't remember what the topic was. In fact, I think I was talking about the days when we used to buy vinyl, when we used to go to record shops
Yes.
and go to Dub Vendor and places like that, Supertone, buy our vinyl, take it home, you know, record it onto cassette, put it in the car and play it. But in those days, you know, there wasn't so much radio stations.
That's right.
There was radio stations, but there wasn't radio stations playing reggae music.
Yes.
And Tony Williams was one of those people that was there for us, that got the opportunity on BBC
Yes.
to play our music. So it was a blessing. So even him, I had to big him up last night
Respect.
because I was talking about a topic, and he came straight away, came to my mind. So I just asked the audience to give him a round of applause. You know what I mean?
Respect
Because he's an icon for us.
Definitely,
You know?
he's been instrumental, in so many of the UK artists.
Yeah, and he influenced me, so much because he supported us.
Lovely.
And he encouraged us.
Lovely.
Yeah, he encouraged us so much, you know what I mean? And he would give us good advice.
Yes.
And if he thought something wasn't right for you, or he didn't like that one, he still would play it.
Yes.
Because he would say, all right, I might not like it, but let's let the audience decide, and that was one thing that was special about him.
A wonderful thing. So, you are locked on, as we said, to the Shining Star Show on GN Radio, where it's me, Allison Mason, once again, sat in the hot seat with the lyrical man himself, TIPPA IRIE. Of course, TIPPA, you don't need much introduction at all. Right. You're known, all over the world, mainstream as well, grassroots, and sound system level as well.
Yes.
But just give the people a brief outline as to who TIPPA IRIE is.
Well, I was born in South London, Dulwich Hospital, 1965. And I grew up in the area for a little bit, and then our family moved to Brixton.
Yes.
And we lived off Cole Harbour Lane, Flaxman Road. And so I grew up, Adventure Playground, Marcus Lipton. But my dad had a little shubin, what the community used to go to, on Flaxman Road, East Lake Road. Yes. And that's where I kind of got my training, my grounding, there listening to Big Youth, Trinity, Dillinger, of course the great Dennis Al Capone, all these guys, Big Youth, my dad used to play them because he had a little sound, obviously in the shubin, so I used to just listen to those guys and fell in love with you, Roy, and I just wanted to be like them. So basically that's how it started for me. And then from there, I basically listened to them, and then, you practice, and then my cousins and my family saying, Tip, you're sounding good, you need to get yourself out there. So me and my friend, Commander B, we set up a baby sound called Younger Frontline. Then I used to go on sounds like Sir Lloyd, who were like the community sounds, Nasty Rockers, all these sounds. And then I got the opportunity to go on King Tubby's sound, which was the biggest sound in our area. So I used to carry a box for King Tubby's and ride in the back of the sound van. Yeah, apprenticeship,
You have to wait till the dance finish and back down.
Yeah. And so I used to jump in the van back, go to the dances, lift up this and that, and then wait till I get the opportunity to go on the mic. And then, Cecil realized my talent, so he started to carry me everywhere with him. And then after a while, that kind of not went sour, but I started to enter talent competitions, and so more sound systems got to see me, and then that's where I linked up with Saxon.
Right.
Saxon Sound, because Muslet and Dennis Rowe, they came to a talent competition at the Ferndale Sports Centre.
Right.
So at that time, Muslet was just recruiting everybody. So he just said to me, Tip man, come man, if you come at Lewisham, why you come on my sound and this and that. So I said, okay. So when I went over there, there was a lot of talented people over there. Maxi Priest was over there, a brother called Rubin. We know him as Pinky Lou, and them guys, and Daddy Colonel, they were all over there. So I just said, Cho, you know what, let me just see what it's like over here. So I just, was just going to their dances, and at that time, you just go, wherever there was a mic, you would go. You know what I mean? And so I started to link up with them, and then Daddy Rusty was my school friend, So Rusty came with me. General Slater, who I was sparring with as well, he didn't want to come. He wanted to stay in Brixton. So I just said, you know what, brother, I'm not gonna deal with this area thing. I go follow the music. So that's what I did, and so from there, the Saxon thing just started to take off. Papa Levi, TIPPA IRIE, Daddy Rusty, Sandy, You know, we all linked up together, and in them times we call like the famous five around the sound. And then obviously Saxon just blew up.
Yes.
Everywhere we started to go around the country, people were you know, in Jamaica, in America, all over the world, people were after our tapes, our cassettes, and it just blew up. And then all the record labels became interested.
Wonderful.
So Maxi Priest got signed to Virgin, Papa Levi got signed to Island, and all of the rest of the other MCs got signed to Greensleeves.
Right.
But my first record was actually for Celoid.
Yes.
When I was 17. It's a tune called The Opposite, which is on the B side of a tune called My Valentine, I Wanna Make You Mine. My Valentine, I Wanna Make You Mine, by Tokes.
Okay.
So that was the first actual single.
Recording, yes.
And then I did some live recordings with Celoid, which was remember Dick Shepherd Youth Center?
Yes.
Yeah, so we done Dick Shepherd 1, 2, and 3 live recordings with all of the MCs from the area. You know, like Ricky Rankin, Horseman, Lorna G, Peter King, Asha Senator, Smiley Culture. The whole of us were featured on these albums. And then after that, those live album recordings, that's when my career started officially, really, with Greensleeves. You know, because the Saxon thing blew up. They signed us up, and then I released TIPPA IRIE and the Colonel, Just a Speak, which got to number 2 in the reggae charts. And then I got the opportunity to make my first album, which is called Is It Really Happening to Me?
And it was really happening to you.
Yes!
So what a wonderful synopsis of the beginning of the great musical journey of the legendary Brixton artist TIPPA IRIE, who tonight we are shining that reggae spotlight oh so bright upon. Of course, this is the Shining Star Show on GN Radio, where you are locked on Sky Television channel 0185. You're tuned into DAB Digital all over London. You're locked on to Eurobird TV all over Europe, and of course Astra TV all over Africa, and of course all over the world on that TuneIn app, GN Radio UK. And we are going to take one of those tracks, Tippa, from those days, Complain Neighbor.
Yeah.
Tell us of this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, Complaint Neighbor, it was inspired by Smiley Culture.
Yes.
Because he had a tune called Police Officer.
Yes.
And Give Me Up Producer, which was a huge international hit. And at that time, obviously, there was blues dances, you know. So a lot of the time when these blues dances were going on, you would have the neighbor next door complaining. So, and as, you know, Caribbean culture, we also, you know, love to play our music loud, and because, you know, reggae, you have to feel the bass. So some of the time we want to play it loud. And one of the areas that I used to live in, we used to have this man, big belly man. He used to always knock banging on the door, calling us all kinds of names, which I don't want to repeat on the radio. You know what I mean? And complaining about our music. So when Smiley done Police Officer, I said, you know what, I'm going to do the Complaint Neighbor, because it's just basically talking about neighbors complaining about you playing your music now.
All right, you heard the story live and direct. Let's hear the tune. This is Complaint Neighbor.
Complaint Neighbor. It's
Wait.
Memories, Facebook Live, Complaint Neighbor. You remember this?
Born in England or in Jamaica, and you could have lived a Kingston or be a Londoner, and you could be very old or a teenager. There is some time in your life when you must remember someone knocking at your door and say, look here, governor, you better turn that music down and walk call a copper in the Complaint Neighbor.
I tell you, the great TIPPA IRIE in the hot seat tonight. Make sure you don't share and not stop share.
Still I go live here. People like it. I love people.
Big shout out to Susan Clark, Denzel Benjamin, Beverly Jeffers. Bless up yourself, Frederica. Beautiful tips. Annette B, bless up yourself. Balda Dan. And the whole entourage locked down tonight. Bless up on yourself. I'm telling you the complaint neighbor. If you don't have a complaint neighbor tonight, tell them to lock on to Shining Star Show. And that's enough for them.
I've got a complaint to make about my neighbor. It's the first time this week. I know it don't matter. Cause it's Reggie what they play is worse than opera.
The best music.
Lord of His mercy, me say, just a little touch on the history there of TIPPA IRIE, of course, who had his big show last night at the Hideaway in Streatham. And of course, to all our listeners worldwide, we are now going to feature his brand new album. It's entitled Living the Dream. I'm showing it to all the Facebook listeners right about now. Living the Dream. It's a 15-track album, and you need to go to all those downloadable sites and get it today. TIPPA IRIE, of course, living the dream. TIPPA, you're living the dream.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give thanks and praises because it's 35 years.
Respect.
I've been making music.
Maximum
and
respect.
I'm trying to, just keep it going, and as long as there's life and little health and people still appreciating my work, then I will continue to make music. And Living the Dream is the latest album. I think it's about my 14th, or I'm not sure how many I've done now, but it's like about 14, 15 albums. Yes. So this album here now is, a work that I had Horseman done most of the drums on it for me. And I got a couple of different producers, The first track that we're going to play is produced by Peter Honeygale.
Wow.
And he's actually singing on the tune too. It's called Friends Will Say. And, it's a tribute that we wrote for a friend of ours that was very dear to us, and he passed away. So we wrote this song as a tribute to him. So wonderful. Jackie, if you're listening, Clovis, it's their son, Keith. We wrote this song for him, but the song was so nice, I just had to put it on my album.
On the album.
But it's,
wonderful.
We've got General Levy on there, and JB Baker, we've got Sanai Tafari, my son's on there, with a track as well, and Sapphire is on there too.
So it's a good mixture.
Mixture of album.
A good mixture of styles as well.
Yeah, versatile.
Yeah. Classic and showing the great talent of TIPPA IRIE. So TIPPA, let's take this one then.
Yes.
Track number 9, of course, Friends Will Say. This is the Shining Star Show on GN Radio, where tonight we are locked in conversation with TIPPA IRIE.
Bad tune. On the gale, hear them tune, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can hear it.
An inspiration. Young and old, although a soldier, your heart ain't cold. You are a nephew, father and son, a ray of sunshine to everyone. Your friends are gonna say, your spirit was so beautiful, your spirit was so beautiful, your blessings on the way. They gonna pray.
Mad.
Your life is celebrate. Don't be friend, it was always funny. I was just so septic, give me some of the money. I was make me smile, me say anytime see him. Now him lead the whole away, grieving. Feel it for Clovis, me feel it for Jackie. And the earth inside me can't stop it. How could they lose their everyone sounds so easy, and we know that we just can't believe. Friends are gonna say, your spirit was so beautiful, your spirit was so beautiful. Your blessings are there.
Andrew, I run the camera.
Yes, Mr.
Papa Crooks in the house. Bless up, yeah. Mr. Social Media. Big up Allison, invite, you know.
Lock the world tonight.
Making change.
Bless up each and everyone locked on tonight. Freda Murphy, the beautiful angel, Frederica Tibbs, Beverly Jeffers, Susan Clark, Allen, Kaya Creole, Maureen Agar, the beautiful golden smile. You don't know tonight the spotlight is shining ever so bright. And the one we know answer, TIPPA IRIE, just keep it locked right here on GN Radio.
Mama, Papa will always pray. Is the healing of the nature. Smoke to our generation and generation. Mr. Irie, listen. Well, me fly on a plane and me go a jump on. Woke up and me brethren when name down a van. We are, we sit down a Sinton. And guess what him have in a him and we say we fly on a plane and we go a jump on. Woke up and me brethren when name down a van. Take me and me yard, we sit down a Sinton. And guess what him have in a him and say TIPPA IRIE up. That's how you need it. It will help you proceed. It's a TIPPA IRIE says. I know one unless it make you deal with righteousness. It's a TIPPA IRIE. Haven't you heard? Help you with spoken word. It's a TIPPA IRIE creator. And we push up your hand. We give you the meditation. You know, say it cool me down. It calm me down. That's why I smoke my herb. You know, say it chill me down. It simmer me down. My people haven't you heard? You know, say it cool me down. It calm me down. That's why I smoke my herb. You know, say it simmer me down. It cool me down. My people haven't you heard? I'm still say, cause I like to smoke up my senses. My good weed, my strong weed. I like to smoke up my brain. Nowadays,
I tell you, the spice of the man themselves. TIPPA IRIE right here on the big one, GN Radio, will show that we can't shine the star show. Hosted by the one and only Allison May.
Because when we smoke the weed is in a moderation, we have the business for the youth of the function. Nothing good and never control. Things not run it come in like then it come in by sea. But let it be, just let it be. I want my good sense to me to be free, so let it be, just let it be. My love for my happy cocky weed it. Everyone that be and I rock to the wicked. Well, for London, even though it cold, the good sense in me have the gold. And they say, well, for New York, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens, the sense it have to roll beans. And you are come with the pusher, please, no try for that. Cool me down, it calm me down. That's why I smoke my herb. You know, say it chill me down, it simmer me down. My people haven't you heard? You know, say it cool me down, it calm me down. That's why I smoke my herb. You know, say it simmer me down, it cool me down. My people haven't you heard? I'm still say, cause I like to smoke up my senses. My good weed, my strong weed. I like to smoke up my brain. Nowadays, God we no afraid. I like to smoke up my senses. My good weed, my strong weed. I like to smoke up my brain. God nowadays, God we no afraid.
From London on Sky 015, DAB and online.
Oh yes, indeed, each and every time. Wow, what an explosive track, TIPPA. Cool me down, may I tell you.
Yeah.
And of course, the one that we started our friends will say, beautiful
yeah.
track. And but
Thank
cool
you.
me down, loving the versatility, as you said, the
Yeah.
different styles
Yeah.
on this track. You know, wonderful.
Yeah, I
TIPPA.
mean that one, you know, it's the sweet flavor rhythm. It's a Lockdown Productions.
Yes.
But You know, it's produced by J.B. Baker, that tune. But yeah, I mean, you know, when you're in Jamaica, I got a place in Jamaica we got a family home.
Yes.
In Jamaica.
Yes.
And when you're sitting on the veranda, there's not many cars passing by. You know what I mean? So a lot of this album was actually recorded. The vibes and all of the inspiration.
Yes.
Was done in Jamaica,
Yes.
in you know, on the veranda.
Yeah, man.
You know, because normally what I do, I bring my engineer with me out to the place in Jamaica. We sit down and we just write.
And it's true, you know, when you're out there, you know, music takes on a different element,
Yeah,
a different feel of vibes.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's the vibes out there is just so, you know, tranquil.
True. Yes.
When, you know, obviously if you're going to go into the hustle and bustle,
yeah, you
but
can
we're right,
find
you
it,
can do that.
Yes,
but
yes.
the majority of the time where we are, it's just chilled.
Peaceful and nice.
And a lot of lyrics come. So most of this album was written in Jamaica.
Wonderful.
You know.
So Tippa, the next track we're going to take off of this wonderful album, Living the Dream, is a track entitled The Motherland.
Yeah, because Africa,
yes,
it should be important to the Caribbean, to every community.
Yes, yes.
You know, because no matter how we are,
not our home.
You know, it's not our home because sometimes as a UK British man, if you like, then a man that was born and raised in England, but obviously my parents are Jamaican,
That's right.
our ancestors are African,
yes.
But sometimes we feel like we
don't
belong
nowhere.
Exactly.
We go to Jamaica,
because
them call you
you're
British.
you know, and we're here, and then you can go back from where you come from, So it sometimes, you know, you feel like
the sky.
You know what I mean? It's like them treat you like we don't belong anywhere.
Yes.
But where we belong is Africa.
True.
So as as much as I can, I travel all over.
Yes.
But you know, when I went to Gambia and Botswana, I did a tour back in the 80s in Africa, when I went to quite a lot of places. But my new spiritual place is Kenya.
Wow.
You know, I love Kenya.
Yes.
My manager in America, she's married to a Kenyan brother.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And they took me and a MC called Dr. Ringding. He's a German guy, white guy, German MC.
Yes.
You should research him. He plays trombone. Right. But he's also a wicked MC, like Jenkerman from Germany. The same kind of vibes. But me and him went to Kenya, you know, and I just fell in love with the place. And Nairobi's hectic. Nairobi, we made a joke called "Come Back Alive," you know, because the driving and at night everywhere, you know, it's like we think Jamaica bad, right? At night there's nothing on the street, nothing, because anything left out gone. Yeah. So, but I went to a place called Mombasa.
Yes.
I think it's right on the equator. And I went there and it was just so beautiful that I fell in love with the place. So, you know, every so often I write a song about the motherland. So that's what I did with this song.
All right, lovely. We love to hear the stories behind the songs here at the Shining Star Show, where of course tonight we are shining that reggae spotlight oh so bright on the legendary UK artist called TIPPA IRIE, and this track is his tribute to the motherland, Africa, entitled Motherland. Take a listen.
Babylon system, how much time do we have to tell you the same story? You're doing something wrong, AI. Babylon system, how much time do we have to tell you?
We need to leave. This is not our place.
You're doing
Sorry.
We're gonna step it out of Babylon. I'm gonna moving forward to the motherland. I'm gonna step it out of capture land. Because nothing now go on, you see, I'm gonna step it out.
That's why you have to travel.
I'm gonna move it to the motherland. I'm gonna step it out of capture land. Because nothing now go on, them hold it and control we. They don't bless we, them just stress we. We don't tranquil.
I do agree with that. Shining stars are going round here. And if you just lock down, you lock down to I man, sing of my life faith. So tonight the spotlight is shining ever so bright on the one we know as TIPPA IRIE. Bless up yourself, Grante Asha, every time, Brother Murphy, my little sister Martha Rose, bless up yourself, Gloria McCarnage, bless up every time, Susan Clark Allen, bless up yourself, Teresa Crooks, Papa Crooks there in the studio. Bless up yourself tonight, beautiful.
And we are sing, but them just not change the system. Cause every day it have the same old thing. The poor people and the
so the voice of the great TIPPA IRIE.
Oh yes, them hold me down to the ground. Sometimes you can't find nothing in a pound to keep your family safe and sound. That's why we have to step it out of Babylon. We have to move it to the motherland. We have to step it out of capture land. Because nothing not one run ya. And you say we have to step it out of Babylon. We have to step it out to the motherland. We have to step it out of capture land. Because nothing not one run ya.
Bless up yourself, the Prince. Donna Leeward, bless up yourself, fire. And bless up the wife. Now my walker, bless up.
The politicians, them not change up the gun. Them just not change the situation. Right here in Babylon, so we got to move, got to leave, got to go. That's all I know. We got to move, got to leave, got to go. That's all I know. Step it out of Babylon. Come make we move it to the motherland. Come make we step it out of capture land. Because nothing not one.
Everything a go on around here. I want to them because we are live and in conversation with the one we call TIPPA IRIE here
Yes,
this evening.
Empress.
Now, TIPPA, I just want
Yes.
you to touch on a wonderful mainstream experience you had alongside the Black Eyed Peas. How did that happen?
I was in California. I was playing at a show called, I was playing at a venue called the Belly Up in California, which is in San Diego.
Right.
And I was playing at a little gig. It was only $7 to get in.
Yes.
And this lady, she was there. I've worked with her before. And she'd do some work with Half Pint and a few other people. And she came up to me and she said, Tip, you know, the Black Eyed Peas, they remember you from a tune that you did, because I think I was in LA doing some work, and I was lucky enough to go to the premises where the Black Eyed Peas had their studio.
Right.
So they were in a building, and there were like 3 studios within the building.
Yes.
So I was in there voicing a tune called Everyday, and Will.i.am walked by and said, oh, who's that? You know what I mean? So the brother was going, you know who that is? That's TIPPA IRIE from England, man. This guy is a legend in reggae music. You know what I mean? So he goes, okay. So he come up to me and said, I'm going to have something for you one day. So we said, okay, cool. Anyway, I was in San Diego, I was doing the show. Shelly phoned me, she said, Tip, will them want you to go on their next album, you know? They got a tune. So I just drove down to LA, listened to the track. I said, let me just take it home and live with it. And then, you know, I just wrote the cutie, make sure you move your booty, shake that thing, you know, the city of sin, and hey shawty. It was kind of like of an Elephant Man. Elephant Man was doing well at the time, and I was listening to a couple of his tunes, and then that vibe just come to me, and so I wrote the vibe anyway. Then I went back there the next day. I said, I'm ready. They said, you got it already? I said, yeah, man. So we just got in at the studio, vice it, and he said, and he loved it, and he mixed it same time, and it was on the album, and so it was just a right place, at the right time. Father bless, you know. And sometimes that's why you have to go out there and throw those seeds. You just have to go. Sometimes it's like now I just got my visa for America, so now I can go out there and work for 3 years, and I've got things in the pipeline, but there's nothing set in stone as yet. But I know, but I'm planning for that, or for things to step in stone. to be set in stone. So sometimes you have to invest in yourself, throw a stone, and then things seem to fall in place. And that's how I do it, you know.
But let me tell you, Tippa, you know, back home here in the UK, watching you on Top of the Pops, it's just as always, when one of our own makes it into the mainstream, it's like you've done it for the whole of week.
Yeah, I said that last night.
Sharing your love, in your glory, sharing your happiness.
Yeah,
you know,
I said that last night at the Hideaway, because for me, it's only, you know, 300, just under 300 people, or whatever it is, the capacity. But it's still, you know, 250, 300 people that wanted to come and see me perform. So for me, sometimes you can get a bit disheartened because you've made a lot of good music, and because it's not played on certain other stations that matter, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that, every station matter, even the pirates to whatever, but you know, if you're playing on certain legal stations, you get your royalties, you get an income, it allow, and once you've got that income, it allows you to help others and invest more into what yourself. So a lot of the work that I do, I've just put up my new website, so I want people to go and check it out. It's tippairie.com, which is simple. You know what I mean? They can go and check it out. I've taken down the old one. I got a brand new, fresh one. My brethren built it for me in America. So it's up now, so they can really check it out and see what's going on.
All right, of course, this is the Shining Star Show on GN Radio, where tonight, not only are we in live conversation with the Dan TIPPA IRIE, we are also featuring his brand new album. It's entitled Living the Dream. Of course, check it out on all those downloadable sites. Now, the next track we're going to take, we're going to play the Almighty.
Yeah, I think this is God over everything, you know.
Sure.
So I love the whole album. Yes. But this tune has got like an Afrobeat kind of vibe about it. And once I know this is the type of tune that if it got played every day on the radio, it would just take off. You know what I mean? Because even Peter Arningale said he played it, when he was playing the album, he got stuck on this tune and he kept playing it and playing it. So I want the people to check it out. It's called The Almighty.
All right, this is the Shining Star Show on GN Radio, where you're locked on the Sky Television channel 0185. You're tuned on DAB Digital all over London, on Eurobird TV all over Europe, and of course on Astro TV all over Africa, and all over the world on that www.GN Radio and the TuneIn app. This is The Almighty by TIPPA IRIE.
Well, what can I say? This is treated hard way. So now it's far right. Be to the Almighty.
Right in the GN Radio,
Papa Crook over here, Andrew Stoney, because I do it up Allison, and I behind the rhythm, and I
Mr. Blessed love each and everyone locked on tonight. Verna Morgan, Gloria McCarnage, Kaya Creole, Beverly Jeffers, the beautiful angel representatives, Jackie Burnett Pitt, Christine George, bless up yourself. Karen Slush, bless up yourself every time. Maureen Agar, the beautiful golden smile. Vicky Lee, my Capricorn sister. Blessings each and everyone locked on tonight. Teresa Crooks, man, I left you all beautiful. Elian Petnewell, Susan Clark Allen, and the whole entourage. Bless up on yourself tonight. Please do remember to share.
Well, it knows that I'm a love job, because I took them every scripture, and I didn't send me a man down, and they give me the son my God, now they take me to Jamaica, now the house built by my mother, and me there with the friend maker, and I got room with the men together, now this land of food and water, Wi-Fi on the water, Wi-Fi on the veranda, keep me in touch with me daughter.
Bless up yourself, brother Devon, bro. It's a early law. Hanson Richard, bless up yourself, fire. Chocolate man.
Evening, hello, evening. Richie, what Richard? What brother? Yeah, the radio. Papa Cook's there. You're cheering that one. Yeah.
This is GN Radio UK on Sky Channel 0185, DAB, and online at mygnradiouk.com.
And I look up on this girl, yeah. I should look for me and say, I am the Vinci, and I am the big Jamaican man. I am the and I love the jam and the juicy, and I have the rum in my hand. And I am the big Jamaican man. I love soca, I love to wine, I love to rock, I love to roll, I love to dance and lose control. Now let go, love this beat.
I'll tell you, and I'll tell you know where me love.
I am the Vinci, and I am the big Jamaican man. I love the party,
Yes, Vinci, I get you.
and I love the jam.
How are you?
I am the rum in my hand. I am the Vinci, and I am the big Jamaican man. Vinci, take me down, Vinci, bring me out, Yardie, wine, Vinci, wine,
I tell you, if you just lock down to the live feature, lock down. So sing on man on the floor, the live feed for the show that we call the Shining Star Show. And tonight, the spotlight is shining ever so bright on the one we know as TIPPA IRIE.
and I am the big Jamaican man.
Yes, they are. We can play 1, 2.
Well, I'm going to try to start selection. And then I want to come with, have you got the color
She am the Vinci, and he's my big Jamaican man. She loves the party,
On my hard drive.
and loves to jam. She drink the juicy, and rum in her hand. She am the Vinci, he's my big Jamaican man. He loves to chill, I love to wine. I love soca, I love to wine. I love to rock, I love to roll. I love to dance and lose control. I let go, love this beat, reggae nice, soca sweet. From the day that with me my life come. I am the Vinci, and I am the big Jamaican man. I love to party, and I love to jam.
The album is called Living the Dream. Go and get it.
I am the Vinci.
Now come out for the live now. Here, come on. Here with the live, yeah.
What the album name?
The album is called Living the Dream.
Want to hear that?
One. What does that mean? Fit. That means it is time for the Shining Star selection on the Shining Star Show. Of course, TIPPA, we have been taking a little stroll with you alongside your musical journey. We would need hours to really do the whole thing.
Yeah, I know.
But, of course, we're learning about you as an artist, as a performer. We're going to learn a little bit about you as a person as we go through your Shining Star selection.
Okay.
TIPPA, we have 37 numbers here.
Yes.
Give me one of your numbers and number 5 numbers.
Number 7?
Number 7. TIPPA, we're going to do your favorites. What's your favorite teacher? Who was your favorite teacher, sorry?
Mr. Swan.
Mr.
Because he
Swan.
was the PE teacher and we used to be fanatics on football.
All right.
So he used to teach you how to play football.
All right. What's your favorite food?
Good question. I like a lot of food. I would say salmon.
All right.
Salmon, I like some steamed salmon.
All right. And what's your favorite drink?
Bailey's.
Oh, and your favorite color?
My favorite color would have to be red for us.
Oh, give me another number, please.
Number 9.
Number 9, Tippa Irie. Name one thing in this world that winds you up.
The fact that reggae music doesn't get played on mainstream radio.
Yes, Tippa, revolutionary. We love that. Give me another number, please.
Number 11.
Number 11, Tippa Irie. What sport would you find most comical to watch played drunk?
Snooker.
Somebody must get an injury.
Yeah. Snooker. I think I know
Yeah, we
snooker.
love that one there, Tippa. And give me another number, please.
Number 15.
15, we're going to do a little selection here with you. Bally or Clarks?
Clarks.
All right, now we're going to go through the artists now. Beanie or Bounty?
Beanie.
Early B or Supercat?
Early B.
Shabba or Ninja?
Shabba.
Jalove or Stone Love?
Jalove.
All right, now we're going to do some food selection now for you. Oxtail or chicken?
Oxtail.
Rice and peas or out food?
Rice and peas.
And mango or pineapple?
Pineapple.
Oh, give me another number, Tippa.
25.
Number 25. Okay. If you could be anyone in this world for one day, real or not, famous or not, living or not, who would it be?
Marcus Garvey.
Yes, we love that. And give me another number.
30.
Number 30. We're going to ask you, Tippa, what was your most embarrassing moment in music?
When I fell off a stage somewhere. I think I was in Sardinia.
Wow.
And I was drinking some water, and the stage was made out of tile.
Yes.
Yeah. So when I drank the water, and I put the water down behind me in front of the drum kit, and it spilled. And I didn't realize that it spilled. So my daddy, I jump, whoops, and slip, and I broke my foot.
And you couldn't even style it out.
No, there was no getting out of that one. I slip. Mash up my foot, and I carried on. I got up and just kind of carry on. I said, "All right, then, yes, people, and they get me on that one." But listen, after I went back to the hotel, my foot just swollen up, so I had to put it in a cast and come home with my foot in a cast.
Oh dear.
So that was the most embarrassing moment on stage.
And my final question, which may ask each and every artist, lad, the gunman, you're terrible, you see. In broken a GN radio, bust up Papa Crooks, mash up Andrew Slowly, the singer man, and him nearly killed me, but you me have to run the show. Him say, all right. Tippa Irie, him say, you have to dance to save your life.
Yeah.
Which move are you gonna do?
Give them a run.
Give them a run.
Yeah.
Go on, we love that one. You must survive. Of course, love and laughter each and every time here on the Shining Star Show on GN Radio, where tonight we are shining that reggae spotlight oh so bright on Tippa Irie.
Oh boy. We're there. Big up my people. Thank you for tuning in, man. Tippa Irie here. GN Radio. Shining Star Show, bless and love. Staying at the building. Big up Andrew, up on the camera. Papa Cook. Big up Allison for the invite. Bless and love. You know who they are.
Hello, darling. Hello, good looking. What in the USA? I was born.
Yes, my people, Daddy Tip here. One love, man. Hope you enjoy the show. Play some music.
I'll walk over. We started.
How you doing, darling?
I said, how baby? How are you?
Bless up everyone locked on tonight. Christine George, the beautiful Frederica Tibbs, Anthony Richards, the chocolate man, Sandra Ever, Freda Murphy, Teresa Crook. They are telling us straight. Jackie Burnett Pitt, Johnny Rhodes, my brother, bless up, yes.
Of course, Tippa Irie, of course, time is running and passing.
Yeah.
And we're just about to come off the air. For all those on Facebook, keep it locked. We're going to give you a little brata. Hold on a minute. So, Tippa, we just want to say thank you for coming on to GN Radio, to Shining Star Show.
Much respect and in every aspect. Thank you very much. TIPPAIRIE.com, my people.
Yes.
Check me out. Check my website. The new album is called Living the Dream.
Living the Dream.
TIPPAIRIE.com. Allison, thank you so much.
Respect going
Blessed
out
love.
to you, Tippa. Blessed love to Papa Crooks in the house each and every time. Of course, we are going off air shortly, but for those of you on Facebook, this is the
See you later,
broadcast. This
people.
is Hello, Darling.
Who's that girl over there? I really gotta talk
Yeah, oh, that girl there over there sitting down in the seat.
Hello, darling. Hello, good looking. Hello, darling. Hello, good looking. Let's up to Tippa Irie, our very, very special guest tonight on the Shining Star Show. And legendary figure, not only in Brixton, London, England, all over the world. Internationally, has acclaimed for his music and his history from sound system to the mainstream. Respect and honor. Living the dream. Living the dream. Let's up Tippa Irie.
Your Tippa Irie from that Saxon sound system.
Yes, Facebook, bless up. Tippa Irie Day on GN Studio. Live radio, bless. There with Allison and Andrew, you know one love.
We can go home and have a quiet
I open the ear what Tippa said tonight. Do log on to his new website. A lot happening there. Make sure say you support the UK-based artists them. You don't know. Album entitled Living the Dream.
hello, darling. Hello, good looking.
Check it out on download website.
Hello, good looking.
TIPPAIRIE.com.
Good looking.
Living the dream.
Hello, good looking.
Yeah, TIPPAIRIE.com.
We got Ray Carlos, Rayo Brown,
Yeah,
Maximum
big
Respect.
musician them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Lindell Lewis.
Yeah.
Get well soon, Lindell,
Yes,
man.
Lindell. Yeah, for real.
Get well, brother.
Yeah.
One love.
Now this girl I met, her name was Catherine. She had her own place.
So bless up each and everyone locked on tonight to the show that we call the Shining Star Show, where every Saturday the spotlight shines bright on a UK-based artist. And this week the spotlight shines ever so bright on the one we know as Tippa Irie. Until next week when the spotlight will shine bright again on the next UK-based artist, Father God permits it to be from the hours of 9 up until 10. The show that we call the Shining Star Show, hosted by the one and only Allison Mason. Until next week, enjoy yourself. Do remember to use any finger, even if I a special finger, and press that share button. And I don't know, maximum love, heart of love every time.
So I jumped up out the chair, blew her a kiss and said again, hello, darling. Hello, good looking. 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 Hello, darling.
I'm telling you until next week. And I don't know, lock on to the big station, the one we call GN Radio, with a show called the Shining Star Show, hosted by the one and only Allison Mason. Until next week, lots of love goes out to each and every one of you in and around the capital, anyone there around the world, locked on. Blessed, blessed, blessed.